Hello, everyone. Jesse Webb, Traders Pro. Market conditions remaining bullish in this bull market. Currently, let's talk about this upper indicator just a little bit here. This range, when we start to see this 17 number right here is the number that is showing up right down here, this 17.9. So that number is about as extreme as it can get right here at these levels. Extreme meaning, this is just a long ways away from this average location or this crossing location. We know that. We've been talking about that for several months. We just want to reiterate the fact that we are at the top end of this trend, and it's going to be a little bit tougher for markets to advance without some kind of a retracement here, but they're continuing to do that. We're seeing just slight improvements here on momentum and breadth, seeing momentum in that bullish trend zone, and seeing breadth. It hasn't budged a whole lot, but buy-sell ratio has moved a little bit here to the upside. Sentiment also strengthening actually with this last market rally that we've had in the last few weeks or so. You can see that our buy-sell ratio is sitting right here at 1.6. Nothing spectacular, but it does have this bullish edge to it, and green is above red. That overall sentiment is still in place. Again, but we are at the upper end of that momentum range and trend and bull market over the last 5 or 6 months now on S&P 500. Let's take a look at that S&P 500. We're seeing continued move right here, just a 2 or 3 days, 2 or 3 days of a pullback right here, and some support right around that 502 range. Again, that 494 range on S&P 500. We did see bonds down here. You can see those starting to slip just a little bit. We talked about a couple of days of support starting to hold right around here, and now the last 2 days at least we've retraced back down. We'll see if it holds up inside of this range, this 93.60 range again for TLT, which is the ETF for bonds. We want to see that moving higher because that means interest rates will be moving lower. So we want to see bond prices either flattening or continuing to trend this direction. This has been part of the reason for, the market's been continuing higher on AI and tech, but there's still inflation and interest rate risk that are in the market right now that the Fed is still dealing with, and we're still focused on that. So we'll continue to talk about bonds and just highlight where they're at each day so that you've got just a general idea. Also, sectors here, the commodities are, bump back here, and sector ETFs, seeing really, lots of confirmation across all sectors across the board right here, minus real estate, telecommunications. And so it's become the last really 2 weeks a little bit more broad-based, not really extremely broad-based, but nonetheless still everything for the most part is continuing to trend higher. Commodities, let's see what oil did yesterday. That was a little bit higher move here, possible breakout of that 73.56 range, which we've been talking about here. If it can hold and break out and stay above that level, this is a pretty significant level right here just because there's been so many touches of this point, support and resistance, and so that could be additional bullish confirmation for oil here over the next few days. Let's see what gold has been doing here also and see if it's holding up that 187 range. It is still as of now, so continue that potential fledgling new rally or continuation of that uptrend on gold. If we take a look at some muscle stocks in the list today, seeing DHC, Real Estate Investment Trust, nice confirmation. Could be up in that upper momentum zone, which I prefer, but that's still a decent confirmation. NKTK, this is a nice looking pattern, support off the 236, confirmation bar yesterday, this big move here, and we had another follow-through day with that yesterday. See if we can break out of that 1220 range on NKTK, and also seeing Palantir, which is been a big AI name, also showing back up into that continuation of that uptrend. Had some nice earnings a few weeks back and some potential follow through today. That'll do it for today's update. Everyone have a fantastic day today.